This is the AI News Flash for July 18th, 6 p.m. UTC. First up, Meta and Anthropic are in early-stage talks over a computing arrangement worth roughly $10 billion over 2 years, according to the New York Times. Anthropic reportedly proposed the deal in June, with a structure that would see it pay Meta in monthly installments and either party holding an option to exit early. CNBC has independently confirmed the discussions. The talks are part of Meta's push into the cloud computing business, an initiative known internally as Meta Compute. The company recently hired former Amazon Web Services executive Dave Brown and plans to spend as much as $145 billion on capital expenditures this year. Anthropic already has a $45 billion 3-year compute deal with SpaceX, so the Meta arrangement would be substantially smaller. Still, it underscores how quickly the AI infrastructure supply chain is diversifying. Meta shares fell as much as 6% on Friday before closing down about 2%. Second, Elon Musk's X and a group of music publishers, including the National Music Publishers Association, have quietly settled their 3-year legal battle. The publishers sued X back in 2023, seeking $250 million in damages. They alleged the platform facilitated widespread copyright infringement by users, while remaining the only major social platform without music licensing agreements. X countersued, claiming the publishers engaged in anti-competitive practices to force higher licensing rates. Settlement terms were not disclosed, but both sides asked the court to dismiss the suits with prejudice, meaning they cannot be refiled. It is a notable resolution in the ongoing tension between platforms and rights holders. Third, Apple has quietly raised prices across its key subscription services, including Apple Music and the Apple One bundle, without a formal announcement. Apple Music's individual plan rose from $10.99 to $11.99 a month. The family plan jumped from $16.99 to $19.99, and the student plan went from $5.99 to $6.99. For the Apple One bundle, the family tier climbed from $25.95 to $27.95, and the top Premier tier from $37.95 to $39.95, while the individual tier stayed unchanged. Apple simply updated its website telling 9to5Mac that rising licensing costs were behind the Apple Music increase. It follows this week's iPhone price hikes in Japan, adding to a wave of consumer price adjustments. Fourth, CNBC summed up this week's U.S. stock market as one where the great AI rotation stole the spotlight from a strong start to earnings season. 5 of the 6 major U.S. banks reported on Tuesday, kicking off the season on a strong note, with Goldman Sachs delivering standout results on investment banking and trading strength. But investors spent the week moving money from the AI builders to the AI buyers, with the selling kicking off Monday, right after SK Hynix's blockbuster U.S. market debut. The Technology Select Sector SPDR Fund, XLK, has seen roughly $9 billion in outflows this month, the largest of any sector ETF, with the AI build-out itself still defined by supply constraints and relentless compute demand. The shift marks a turning point in where the money flows. That's all for this AI News Flash.